pasta has a reputation of being a bit of a family dish, but my macaroni and cheese is really, really glamorous. It's even good enough if friends come round as a dinner party dish. So I've got some pancetta here, and I'm going to fry it in the pan. Need a bit of oil. I love pancetta, it's such a lovely flavour. And you know, you can use bacon as well. Just snip some bacon up. Some spring onions. Okay, so whilst those are crisping up, I'm going to get on with the white sauce. It's a basic white sauce, and it's equal amounts of flour and butter. So 40 grams of butter, and I'm going to add some flour. It's 40 grams. And just mix it in and make a little paste. Get right into the corners so it goes quite lumpy and it looks a bit scary. And then take it off the heat and add some milk. I've got 200 ml of milk. I'm not going to add all of it, just a little bit. And then mix. And then some more. And adding it this way means that it won't go all lumpy. So I'm going to add a little pinch of nutmeg and some mustard, and this really brings out the flavour of the cheese. And just keep stirring, and I know it's really tedious, but just keep stirring it and it'll get nice and smooth. A bit more, rest of the milk there. Okay, and now I add the double cream. And that's 285 ml of double cream. It makes it so much richer. So this needs to boil for about 2 or 3 minutes, and it will get nice and thick. So I'll turn that right up now and leave that to boil. Just keep an eye on it. And I'll grate my parmesan. I've got 115 grams of parmesan here. Don't buy the pre-grated parmesan. I think because it's been sitting around in those pots for so long, maybe the flavour's not as good. Okay, turn that off, that's ready. See, it's lovely and velvety and thick. Now I'm going to add the cheese. Add 2/3 of this parmesan into it. And then this dolce latte, my favourite cheese. And 2/3 of that is 200 grams. Make sure you add it while it's still nice and hot, because you want it to melt a little bit. And it does go lumpy, which is fine, because at least if it's lumpy it won't be lumps of flour, it's just cheese. Lovely cheese. In goes the pasta in the bowl. And the cheese sauce. Ooh, this is going to be so good. Okay, and now my favourite bit, the pancetta and onions. Lovely crispiness. And just mix it all together. And a bit of seasoning. Again, the embarrassingly large pepper grinder. Pinch of salt. Not too much because the cheese is quite salty. I'm going to have a cheeky taste. Look, the creamy cheese and the crispy bacon and the sweet onion. It's really rather good. Into a casserole dish. And then I'm going to sprinkle on some thyme. I'm using fresh thyme, so I put it on at the last minute. But if you're using dried, you can put it in with the pancetta and onion. So, a few thyme leaves. Okay, now the breadcrumbs. Let's sprinkle those over the top. This is called gratineing. And then sprinkle on the parmesan. And then nice big blobs. There's a dolce latte. This is going to be very nice. And you know, if you don't like blue cheese, I know lots of people don't, cheddar or any other strong cheese works just fine. And this goes into the oven at 200 degrees for about 20 minutes. That looks really good. The topping's all crisp and the cheese is bubbling. All this needs now is a little sprinkling of parsley to finish it off. And you know, this isn't only dinner party food. You can eat it by yourself too. I think I'll just give it a little try. Look at that. Needs to be tested. Totally delicious. This is as good as baked pasta gets.